Okay, so dear students, good morning. Now we are discussing about the question paper of second series. So the second question is you are asked to find f of 0.132 using the following. You are asked to use Stirling's formula to find f of 0.132 using the given data. Okay, so the given data is x f of x 0.07, 0.9419, 0.09, 0.9294, 0.11, 0.9187, 0.13, 0.9097, 0.15, 0.917, 0.17, 0.8966, 0.19, 0.8923. So these are the given data, and using this data we have to find f of 0.132 using Stirling's formula. Okay. So as we are asked to use Stirling's formula, we have to find the central difference table, right? So first we are going to find the central difference table. So this one is a central difference table. You can see that x comma f, the first two columns are the given data. Okay. Now by using the given data, first we are going to find the first order central difference. This third column, this one is the first order central difference. So always what we are doing, if we are finding the central difference, we are finding the difference between the next data and the previous data to get to find the central difference value. So this value, this one is the central difference of these two data, next minus previous. So that is minus 0.0125. Similarly, this one is the difference between these two data, right? So this value is the difference between next data and the current data, that is minus 0.0107. Is it okay? Similarly, 0.9097 minus 0.9187 is minus 0.009. 0.917 minus 0.9097 is 0.0073. 0.8966 minus 0.917 is minus 0.0204. 0.8923 minus 0.8966 is minus 0.0043. Is it okay? Now we have the first order central difference. So using this data, we have to find the second order central difference. How we are finding? Minus 0.0107 minus 0.0125 is 0.0018. Similarly, minus 0.009 minus 0.0107 is 0.0017. Then 0.0073 minus 0.009 is 0.0163. Similarly, minus 0.0204 minus 0.0073 is minus 0.0277. And the last one is minus 0.0043 minus 0.0204 is 0.0161. So this column is the second order central difference. So using second order central difference, we have to find the third order central difference. So what is that? 0.0017 minus 0.0018 is minus 0.0001. 0.0163 minus 0.0017 is 0.0146 minus 0.0277 minus 0.0163 is minus 0.044. 0.0161 minus 0.0277 is 0.0438. So this one is a central order difference, third central order difference. So using this data, we have to find the fourth order central difference. So that is 0.0146 minus 0.0001 is 0.0147 minus 0.044 minus 0.0146 is minus 0.0586. 0.0438 minus minus 0.044 is 0.0878. So this is fourth order center difference. So using this we are going to find fifth order center difference, that is minus 0.0586 minus 0.0147 is minus 0.0733. 0.0878 minus minus 0.0586 is 0.1464. So this is fifth order center difference. Now by using this fifth order center difference, the sixth order center difference is 0.1464 minus minus 0.0733 is 0.2197. So you can see that this one is a last data because the number of data are n plus 1 equal to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? So n plus 1 is 7, so n equal to 6. So we can find up to theta raised to n f. So means theta raised to 6f is the last data. So here you can see that the data are not labeled. Simply we took the center difference. Simply we determined the center difference level. The data are not labeled. Not labeled means here you can see that this we are asked to use Stirling's formula. That is why we are finding center difference. So which data is x0? We have to take the center data as x0, the middle data. So as we have 7 data, the fourth data is x0, means 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is x0, right? So definitely the next data is x1. This is x1. Similarly, this is x minus 1, right? Now, what about this one? This is y0. This is y1. This is y0. This is y1. This is y minus 1. Which data is theta y 1 by 2? This data is theta y 1 by 2. Theta y 1 by 2. This position is theta y 1, that is not available because we are finding center difference. So this is 0, this is 1, so the midpoint is 1 by 2. So theta y 1. Similarly, this is 0, this is minus 1, so the centered one is y minus 1 by 2. And we are finding the first order center difference. So this data is theta y minus 1 by 2, etc. Now what about this data? This one is a central difference of these two, that is theta square. Central difference of 2 theta, so theta square. And what is the midpoint? 1 by 2 and minus 1 by 2, the midpoint is theta y 0. So like that it will go. Now this is theta cube by 1 by 2, this is theta cube by minus 1 by 2, this is theta raised to 4 by 0, like that it will. Okay. Now what we are going to use? We are going to use this data, then we are going to use the average of these two data, then we are going to use this data, we are going to use the average of these two data, then we are going to use this data, we are going to use the average of these two data, then this data, because we are using Stirling's formula. Okay, we are asked to extrapolate f.132. So this point is xp, right? So xp is equal to, we know the relationship between xp and x0. xp is equal to x0 plus ph, where xp is 0.132, x0 is 0.13. So we can calculate p because we already have the period h. Period h is 0.02. So what is p? P is equal to xp minus x0 divided by h. So that is equal to 0.132 minus 0.13 divided by 0.02. That is equal to 0.1. Is it okay? Now what is central difference equation? What is Stirling's formula? The Stirling's formula is yp is equal to y0 plus p into theta y 1 by 2 plus theta y minus 1 by 2 divided by 2 plus p square by 2 factorial into theta square y0 plus p into p square minus 1 divided by 3 factorial into theta cube by 1 by 2 plus theta cube by minus 1 by 2 divided by 2 plus p square into p square minus 1 divided by 4 factorial into theta raised to 4 by 0 plus p into p square minus 1 into p square minus 4 divided by 5 factorial into theta raised to 5y 1 by 2 plus theta raised to 5y minus 1 by 2 divided by 2 plus p square into p square minus 1 into p square minus 4 divided by 6 factorial into theta raised to 6 y 0. Okay. So now we are going to substitute the value. So yp is equal to y0 is 0.9097. Please go through that table. Y0 is 0.9097 plus P is 0.1. So 0.1 into what is the average of these two? I asked you to take the average of these two data, right? So what is average of theta y1 by 2 plus theta y minus 1 by 2? That is minus 0.0001 plus P square, that is 0.1 square divided by 2 factor, that is 2 into what is theta square by 0? 0.0163 plus P into p square minus 1 divided by 3 factorial. 3 factorial is 6 into average of theta cube y1 by 2 plus theta cube y minus 1 by 2, that is minus 0.0147 plus p square into p square minus 1 divided by 4 factorial, that is 24 into theta raised to 4 by 0 is minus 0.0586 plus p into p square minus 1 into p square minus 2 factorial, that is p square minus 4 divided by 5 factorial 120. This is 2 square, that is 4. This is 5 factorial into now average of theta raised to 5 y 1 by 2 plus theta raised to 5 y minus 1 by 2 divided by 2. That is average of these two terms. That is 0.0366 plus now last term is p square into p square minus 1 into p square minus 4 divided by 6 factorial, that is 720 into 0.02197. Please note we are using 4 significant digits. We are asked to use 4 significant digits. Okay. So now this is equal to 0.9097. Now minus 0.0001 plus this is 0.0001 because we are using 4 significant digits plus next one is 0.0002, this value is 0.0002 after round off. Now next one is 0, that is this term is 0 because this is 0.1 square, that is 0.01, this is almost 1, so this term will become 0.0002 divided by 24, so that is rounded to 0, so this value is 0. Now this term is 0.0001 plus this term is also 0 after using 4 things. So the final answer is equal to, or f of 0.132 is equal to 0.9. So this one is an extrapolated value. F of 0.132 is equal to 0.9.